Forever. Dog.
This is the podcast for laundry, a podcast meant to be listened to while you're doing your laundry. Usually we come on and we talk about laundry, but a few months ago, I was falsely accused of a crime I did not commit, and I have been festering in the decrepit, terrible Rikers Island, a place that is being closed because it's so horrible. In my time here, I have suffered incredible pain and hardship. I lost my position. I had a group of friends, the Nation of Islam, who turned their backs to me because of these terrible rumors that have been floating around about me. I've lost my sense of self. I've lost my mind. I lost a very good friend, my friend Carl Delgado, and he took his own life because he saw what was going through my mind, and he couldn't bear to live in a world where an innocent man like me would be put through this. But that ends today. My guest, America's #1 enemy, Joe Rumrill.
Hey, Brett, how's it going?
Not so good.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm here in Rikers Island.
I couldn't help but notice that you were here in Rikers Island, and that I was also summoned here to Rikers Island, a place that I thought I would never be.
But a place preferable to the reality of fear that you have been existing in, this cacophony of terror that exists both in your mind and on the streets. Everyone, from friends to enemies to complete strangers, warning you of the oncoming pain that will come if you don't do the right thing and step up and admit your crimes that I am serving for.
I only know about like 15% of what you're talking about.
I didn't
right
kill
now.
anybody. I didn't do any crimes. I'm going to explain in very fast. I was accused of masturbating in a very good friend's house, which you are responsible for.
How? In what conceivable way could I be responsible for you masturbating in someone's house? Masturbating means that there's just one person involved.
I don't want to get into the tawdry details of this. And then also, the word on the street is that there is a dead man under a bridge in Los Angeles, and you have something to do with it.
I think this is
I don't ever want to
completely
feel
nuts.
like you did that day.
Why did you just sing that? This is very serious what we're talking about, and you just sang a Red Hot Chili Peppers parody.
It wasn't a parody.
It was a parody.
I changed one of the words.
You changed the words
I
to
know
an
what a
existing
parody song is.
and so
I
you
know what a parody
made
song
a parody.
is. I know what a parody song is.
Hey, got a visitor.
My visitor is here.
Yeah, I'm right here.
Hey, I've heard of a bar show, but this is ridiculous. Oh, Joe, how are you?
Hey, Steve.
Oh, how you folks doing tonight?
Steve, you're not booked on the podcast.
Oh, well, you know, hello, first of all. You know, even my worst enemies say hi before they
said hi.
deny my presence. But, yeah, it's nice to see you, too. And, you know, I'm here, and if I'm here, why not? I might as well, you know, throw on some cans and...
Wait, did you just come to visit me?
Yeah, you know, we're friends.
You weren't summoned here
stick up for your
mysteriously,
friends.
like I was.
No one's come to visit me my whole time.
Yeah. Well, the wait is over.
Are you not going to make a weight pun right now?
Let me see. Well, I know the worst thing about performing at jail shows, 2 shiv minimum. Ooh. So usually I do an act out where I get shiv. That's a tough one. These people, they know what it's like to get hurt by a knife. If I can get into the joke science.
Yeah.
Sorry I'm late, by the way. Parking took forever. Dog, folks. Am I right there? You know,
Brett, what's going on right
that
now?
Was kind of. I kind of wrote that on the parking lot. I was trying to think of a good excuse.
It was really good,
Good
Steve.
excuse joke. Forever.
But
Dog.
yeah.
Did you drive here?
Yeah, well, yeah, you know.
You could have given me a ride.
Well, I tried to swim, but Clint Eastwood got the only raft. Remember that movie?
Drive. Every one of my guests has been taking a long train ride here.
Oh.
It was extremely tough to get here, to be maligned, and accused of a laundry list. Pardon me, of crimes.
Okay.
And misdemeanors.
Steve, I was trying to make I was trying to intimidate. Oh, not intimidate. I was trying to let Joe here know of the reality of this situation, the serious fucking situation that he's in. I'm sorry, Steve.
Too blue.
So this is our show, but thank you for coming here. I guess we are recording this podcast, and there is a portion of the audience that does listen to, not for this soap opera that's been happening.
Emphasis on the soap.
Thank you.
It's right though.
They do that one
Emphasis
yet?
on the soap.
Emphasis
He's
on
right.
Soap.
But also because there are some laundry fans. So, Steve, I'm going to ask you, because I've already asked Joe back when I considered him a friend.
Oh.
I still don't understand how we got to this point.
Steve, what's your turge?
Yeah.
Hold for bumper.
Oh.
What's your turge?
Well, I use, and I made sure to write this down because it's a bit of a mouthful. Hopefully not these days. Am I right with the kids? But it's Kirkland Signature, Ultra Clean.
You use Kirkland brand?
Yeah, like you get them at Costco.
Yeah. Don't
Yeah.
use Kirkland brand.
Why not?
You're doing tons of damage. I mean,
Am I?
they're doing the bare minimum there.
Oh.
Kirkland brand.
Yeah.
Shame on you.
Why? Well, it's
Does Costco
refreshing
not have
scent.
name brand laundry detergent?
Yeah, but they're like, a nickel a pod.
I'm sorry to
stuff.
interrupt this, but can we get back to
You pick one out, throw
you
it in.
just accused me
What's wrong
in
with
so many
Kirkland
words
Signature?
of murder.
That's my detergent.
Me.
Yeah.
Church.
I would say comedy's friend to
Shady
all.
Joe Rumrill.
That no one's ever called me that.
I use those
I've heard
Downy
it.
Unstoppables.
Those are
Steve,
good.
Those are great. Yeah,
Those are actually-
the
You
original one.
seriously cannot be keeping up this stupid laundry thing while
Whoa.
you are going
First
to
off-
you are going to hurl this at me.
First off, this is not a stupid laundry thing. I will have you direct your fucking browser to Podmass, to vulture.com since the rebrand. And you'll see some mentions of the podcast for laundry. In fact, the front page of the New York Times, when they reported on my accused crimes, also mentioned the podcast for laundry, which meant it was mentioned in the damn New York Times.
All right. Okay.
Jeffrey Gurian wrote a piece about it when he reported on
king.
my accused murder, which is probably your accused murder.
I'm sorry about the Jeffrey Gurian slip up I just had. I'm sorry. But why
thought
are
they
you
didn't
accusing me of murder?
I thought they didn't work. I called up Downey. They said you got to throw in more than one.
What the hell is going on right
I put
now?
in one.
You,
So I was like, okay, that's why they.
Steve,
I thought they come with like
you're
a million.
supposed
I was
to be
like,
my
wow,
friend,
that's-
too.
That's affordable. Oh, what is that? Words hurt, Joe.
you're supposed to be my friend too.
Well, you know what?
And he's sitting here accusing me of a crime that he almost 100% committed.
Money laundering.
You were right about the nightmare reality that I'm living in. I didn't know that I was living in it until I stepped into this jail.
I will explain some things for the uninitiated because there are some people 10 minutes into this podcast who might be extremely confused. I wanted to create a podcast that could be listened to while you're doing your laundry, about laundry, because I love laundry. And I took it with me. I made it my life. I made it everything. I made sacrifices for this podcast. I traveled the world because of this podcast. Another thing I did, I hosted a public access show, which I no longer host. And regular on the show was this man, Mr. Jokes, Steve Whalen.
I love this crowd.
He does a joke of the week every week at the top of the show. It's real charming. It's real funny. It initiates
1 out of 2.
Sure, it initiates the audience to it gets them warmed up before I do some alternative comedy or my trademark funky dancing.
Well, Joe, I didn't want to hold this over your head because, you kind of lumped me in with this alleged criminal, but I wanted to break the news, but they didn't deliver it. I actually, it didn't come in the mail today, but I brought you something.
What'd you bring me?
I brought you this. It's coming in the mail today.
Wow! Oh my gosh!
I want to move it so you don't see how much money I spent.
Steve, how did you drive here and bring your phone in here?
Well, they let me in. They said you can bring your cell. I said, I thought you'd think you have enough of those. They didn't tell me. That one needs a little rework.
Now I understand why you were. You wanted to surprise me. That's so cool. Yeah, you bought me a Donald Duck wall hanging from that was made in Hong Kong.
Donald Duck wall hanging, Hong Kong vintage.
So
Gotta love
nice.
eBay. I did buy it because we were talking. For those who don't know, it's kind of it's a little hard to get the scale. I'm guessing it's about the size of your fist.
Yeah,
if I may.
It's gonna look so cool, Steve. That's so nice of you. And now, and I'm sorry for blowing up, but you covered it so well.
I did.
Oh my gosh!
But it's sort of something. It's very kitschy because we're all a fan of comic books and nostalgia.
I love it
and that kind of thing. And
the only comic book I like is Wash.
Hold for Bumper.
Excuse me, don't say that. Not Hold for Bumper. Guys who are editing this, do not Hold for Bumper.
I just
because
felt
there's no
that there was
holder.
radio silence after what you just
Wash
said.
is a very
figured I should say Hold for Bumper.
By the time this gets out, I think Wash might already be a very popular superhero.
Oh, sorry.
It is a project I'm working on with Dan Chamberlain as part of my comeback. I left all these sort of projects dangling, and I'm going to come back.
My career is a wash.
Sure. And I'm going to come back. I'm going to have a children's book. I'm going to have a comic book. I'm going to have all these projects, and Podcast for Laundry is going to be the best because I won't have to do it from a prison cell. I'll be able to have music and segments and news stories. But you've robbed that from me.
But you killed someone.
I didn't kill anybody. I didn't kill anybody. I didn't kill anybody.
If I'm out here, I'm all role play. I'm a parent. I'm gonna be purchasing my kids some literature. Let's see.
Literature.
Shel Silverstein. Never murdered anyone. I'll definitely be purchasing that. Dr. Seuss definitely.
He let his wife die.
Did not kill
in the
anyone.
Hospital.
Oh, Brett Davis. Oh yeah, the guy who.
I don't think we should be giving him a pass.
The guy who murdered someone and also fucks detergent bottles. Yeah, I definitely want my kids.
Die in the hospital. That's Ted Geisel.
It's so
You're doing
funny.
a very good job of trying to quell this argument we have, but I really need to get to the bottom of why did you drag me into this?
It's so funny.
Why me of all people?
Was this going to be a children's work?
This is not a children's work because we're going to get a little blue, so you might want to earmuff Mr. Jokes.
I meant Wash.
Wash is an adult. It's a Todd McFarlane style.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Joe Rumrill.
Yes.
I didn't want to bring this up because it's not a crime, but I did take it as a personal affront that after you put me in jail because of your crimes, then you rubbed it in my face by walking around with Tidy. By the way, I should mention we are sitting with a table with a Bob Barker brand industrial laundry detergent. If at any point you want to turn the tide of the conversation, you just need to spin this Bob Barker around. It would make a lot more sense if you were turning Tidy around, because then you'd be turning the tide of the conversation, but instead you're turning this Bob Barker brand, which is no association with the game show host.
So this is about Tidy.
What's the lowest amount of suds you had without going over? That's the worst.
If you measure it correctly, then it won't go over.
Sorry, jeez.
Brett, I didn't know that you were involved with Tidy. I did. I swear.
Joe, come on. You're flying too close to the sun here, Joe.
Brett,
Come on.
No, I
That is
swear.
the silliest thing I've ever heard.
We don't have too many friends that date or are romantically involved. I'm sorry.
I know,
I
Brett.
gotta keep it real. We don't have too many friends that have this kind of affectation for these types
Apparently
of
you
things.
do. Apparently you
What?
have more
Don't
than
lump
you.
me in with this.
No, but I'm saying I know Brett in a professional capacity. That we will be on shows together. Other
Yeah.
than that, I'd say I don't see you all that often.
Well, because I'm in jail, dipshit.
All right, you are in jail because you killed someone.
Well, first, I'm not in jail. I didn't kill anybody. I'm not in jail because of the murder. In fact, I'm in jail because of slight sex crimes, which were really committed by you. If you
this
go
true?
onto our Patreon, there's
Nice.
Oh yeah, I definitely wanted to donate to this podcast that's been dragging my name through the mud. Remind me to do that later. When I get out of this prison that you are locked up in.
how many comedians came up to you and told you that you're dead meat if you don't come here?
Do you want honestly?
Yeah.
I don't know if he was a comedian. Some nerd in a Forever Dog shirt came up to me the other day and said, "Are you John Rimbaud?" And I didn't really know what he was talking about. And he says, "Brett says you're dead meat."
But that's all he
and
said?
then walked away.
There is more to it.
Well, it freaked me out a little bit in that
But
I'm
it
not
created-
confronted by strangers. I mean, I
Created
recognize.
a reality for fear. Steve, you like comic books.
I recognize
you might
the
say that
Forever
I'm
Dog
like
thing.
I'm like the scarecrow in this situation.
You know, one time I spilled club soda on my shirt. You know what I did? I put some club soda on it, got it right out.
Bring
So that's
it
a
back to
little.
the
That's a
laundry.
little tip. Yeah, a little laundry tip.
What do
I
you-
love these comic books.
Yes.
Yeah, I just asked you about the
Sorry.
scarecrow, and then
thing.
you truly had the club.
crane.
You had the club soda thing locked and loaded, and you had to fire that off before.
Amen.
It was a little weird when that happened, but I
Yes.
didn't think really two ways about it. Just because you're often doing odd comedy
That's true.
bits.
Well, I did an odd comedy bit here in prison, and they took my laundry away. It drove my friend to suicide by bashing his head into the wall.
He bashed his
Sorry,
own head
it's
into
not
the wall.
funny anymore.
It's not funny.
Yeah,
Rest in peace.
been a bad week for suicide.
How does someone bash their own head into a wall? This was your
Very
cellmate?
carefully.
I'm not pointing fingers, of course.
Because I
but
blacked
it
out.
seems
I
as
blacked
though-
Dahlia'd him.
What does that mean?
Yeah.
I don't want to get
Performed
into
poorly
it
at the box office.
because we're not talking about Black Dahlia. Okay. Steve, what are your earliest experiences with laundry?
I unironically say this, not that there's any degree of irony, but it does seem an incredibly true story. My first ever memory as a human being involves laundry in a tangential sense.
How so?
In that my earliest memory is my siblings trapping me in an upside-down laundry basket while my brother sat on the top and him and my sister would like pound on it and pretend. I don't quite know whether it was a good or a bad memory. I think I kind of, the way I usually do, I kind of spin negatives into positives and I'm kind of like, oh, I am an animal, blah. But I think the original intention was maybe not for it to be 100% of a fun game.
You
But I
felt
just-
like an animal.
Steve, this is weird.
You were
No, but you know how you play silly games.
you were
with-
locked in a cage,
Yeah.
and it scarred you for life.
Well, it's my earliest memory.
It's your earliest memory. You're a baby. You don't even have the capacity to remember these
I'm
things.
definitely over 3.
Steve, you don't want to tell this guy that stuff. He's going to
That's
use this
true.
against. He's going to use this against
Well,
you.
no, I'm not gonna
I
use
said
it
that's
against
true, but I was
Steve.
just
I'm going to use it against you, Joe, because just
Now I
like
feel weird.
Steve's big brother, you locked
He's
me
a good man.
into this cage, and I feel like an animal, and it has scarred me forever.
Brett.
And now I want you to do the same.
How do you mean do the same?
I want you to be in here. I want you to serve the rest of my term and then some for all the shitty things that you did.
Brett, you sound insane. Right
I
now.
don't sound, Steve, do I sound insane?
You sound insane.
check,
Sound
please.
insane.
Yes.
I didn't kill
Brett.
anybody. I am not insane. You're the insane one that you're walking around
Brett.
a guilty
Brett.
man, letting me fester in here.
Brett, I am by all means, in all sense of the word, still your friend. All right? You've done some weird shit
all
to
are.
me. You've done you've done some bad things. You've done some bad things
We all are.
before. But friendship is very important to me, and
You done some bad things when you.
I am
you
trying
were
to appeal
fucking
to
tidy.
to what little good nature you still seem to have left. All right, I'm just trying to appeal to that. Okay, here I am, bearing my soul, trying to tell someone who is trying to ruin my life that
My
I am
appeals-
still their friend.
The only appeal that
And
I
you
care
are
about
still
are the
being
appeals
a
I
fucking
have.
asshole. All right, I don't ever say stuff like that.
It did take
Okay.
me back a bit. You're pretty clean.
You're
comedian.
being very weird right now, and I just want to say, I'm not gonna take the fall for you. Okay, you
It's
need
not
to pay for your
taking the
crimes.
fall.
You need to pay
You
for
need
the
to pay
crimes.
for your crimes.
There are what crimes?
The
I haven't-
masturbation,
That's
the breaking and entering,
Ye-
the possible murder, and the crime
Brett.
of betraying your friend and fucking their laundry detergent bottle that they love so much.
Hey, if masturbation was a crime, I'd be hung. Or apparently not, folks. Am I right?
This is a small
Steve. This
dick.
is not.
Well,
this is
yeah.
really not the time for that.
Did I ever do
I
my-
know
my
your
Mitch
career's.
Hedberg
I know your career's
impression
not
today?
going well.
Boy, you really like Tide Pods. Because he does the joke about the race car driver. Man, you really like Tide. And that takes the audience like 7 seconds, then they laugh. But you really like Tide Pods. Because that was like, there was a week where that was hilarious.
I'm gonna kill the both of you. I swear.
No,
to God.
hey, whoa.
In a figurative sense.
Yeah, no, you're a killing machine.
No.
A
No.
figurative or a literal?
What?
I wonder what the return policy on that. No,
What?
I would never take away
What?
that gift. They already purchased it.
What?
No, huh?
I think you're both insane.
I think you're
both.
I am a laundry
little-
machine. I do laundry and it makes me happy. I get the stains out. You're a killing machine. You ruin lives. You take them away, and you rub it in my face.
Brett, do you sincerely believe that I killed someone?
I sincerely
And that
believe
somehow
that you are
you-
a man of ill intent. That you walk around trying to figure out ways. How come when Tynan DeLong was sitting across from me at this very table in the Robert N. DeVoren complex, that he was saying, "Oh look, it's a random text from Joe Rumrill." What irony! I make an iron joke, Steve.
Oh, I was
when
gonna,
I'm done
I
with
mean,
this.
that's the long and short of it.
Come on.
Okay, that's fine too.
Yeah.
That I was sitting here in the Benjamin Ward Visit Center, and Tynan, who also brought his phone in, weird, kept looking,
They took my phone away.
Yeah, well, whatever.
and they kept
I've been here
seeing.
before.
They kept what?
My agent is incarcerated. It's very hard because I talked to him. He says, I don't talk about business in here.
Fair enough.
It's tough. He gets one phone call a week. Very tough to do business.
It's tough to have a serious conversation when he's undercutting everything with jokes.
Yeah, it's
That last one's true. I wish. It's not here. It's the Arthur Kill Correctional Facility in Staten Island. Jonathan Johnny Hollywood.
it's funny. Your agent's name is Johnny Hollywood.
Well, his name is Jonathan, but he decided to
I see.
shorten it.
Joe,
Yes.
are you gonna take your not the fall, but your punishment?
No, I didn't do anything wrong.
Did you?
No.
How come
Brett,
Tynan
look-
DeLong showed me a clip of you fucking tidy, her giving you head in a movie theater?
Listen, what Tynan and I text each other should be between Tynan and I.
But
all right.
it's just you just happen to be during the day,
Also-
at a movie theater, texting Tynan when you know he probably said, "Yeah, it's weird. I guess I'm going to Rikers Island tomorrow to talk to Brett," and then you're like, "Well, I'm going to see a movie." Where
do
you
you-
shouldn't even be texting in the first place.
That's a good point.
How do you know the difference between oral and regular sex? And this is not a joke. This sounds like a setup, but
With
with a Tide bottle.
You know,
Oh,
if you
Yeah. Oh boy.
I think that's one thing that
Yeah.
Brett and I can agree on right now.
Is that you?
I mean, he's right, but
Yeah.
you saying it disgusts me.
Of course it does, yes, because everything I say needs to be turned around against me when I'm talking to you. All right, so let's just do everything. Hey, the sky is blue.
Now I got to go home.
Turn
and write
that
a joke.
around.
You know, I wouldn't
Turn
know
it
because when I
around.
look,
Brain
I
works. I
just
get so
see
frustrated.
Here
track
it
lighting.
is.
I
I
didn't know the
see
difference
track lighting
between
or fluorescent
oral and
lighting.
Vaginal
It sure
with a
is
Tide Bomb.
good to
I see
breathe air.
a drip.
One of them
that
gets whisked
drops right
away,
over my
the other
bed.
one gets downy soft.
You know,
Not bad for off the top of my head.
the next time
Off the top of my
someone,
career.
next time I get a weird blood scrawled note taped to my door that says you need to be at Rikers Island at this time tomorrow, I'm not gonna heed it.
Blood
I'll tell you that.
Because it won't be blood scrawled. It will be a court order. Because
Everything.
You will go to the police and you will admit your crimes.
No, I'm gonna go to the police probably to say that. How long are you in here?
I am in here until you admit your crimes.
Well,
I've got an appeals session, and I'd really love to get out because you admitted your crime.
I'm sincerely concerned for your mental health right now. And always.
We both are.
I don't know why you believe this or how it came to be. If it's tidy based, look, man, I'm sorry.
Why'd you have to take tidy?
First of all, you know where I found tidy? All right, in the garbage. By all means.
Throw tidy out. I was dragged out of a live podcast
Listen.
for laundry recording, and someone threw her out thinking she's just any old bottle of Tide.
First of all, she should be in the recycling bin, if anywhere. But she was not. And you were nowhere to be seen. All right? She never mentioned you. I'm sorry. And if I had known, I think the story would be different.
Well,
mean,
where
I've
I
heard
would
of
new
Upcycling. Was this an upcycle? That's kind of rude. That applied to the relationship.
Can we
Step
go
forward.
3 minutes
Sorry.
with that? I'm trying to win my friend back and my good name back, Steve. I love you.
I love you too,
Thank you.
Donald.
I love it.
Yeah.
How is tidy?
Since all this weirdness happened, we've sort of cooled off a little bit, and she was happy. It was a mutual thing where it was like, this is some weird stuff. People are coming up to me on the street and saying, and I don't want her to be dragged into this because I care about her.
Where is she now?
I think it would be best if you didn't know that information.
What did you?
I think it would be best if we dropped it. If we dropped...
What do you mean? I wouldn't need to know.
Have you listened to anything that you've said to me? I can't imagine what you would be saying to her.
Tell me where tidy is.
I'm not going to do that.
Where is tidy?
I'm not going to tell you where tidy is.
Please.
No. Brett,
I need to know she's okay.
she is fine. She is absolutely 100% safe. Most likely because you don't know where she is.
I was always good to
No,
tidy.
I can't speak to that. It seems from what I know from you that if you're this horrible to your friends, I can imagine what you would be doing to an inanimate significant other. So why don't we drop it?
Steve,
Okay?
Steve, what makes you say bleach, please? Hold for bumper.
I have always wondered.
Hold
what
for
makes you say
bumper.
bleach, please.
What makes you say bleach, please?
Well, it's a tricky situation. You know, I didn't want it to address this. Maybe too much. But one thing that I'm not gonna lie. I don't live with my parents, but my mother finds it extremely therapeutic to come by and we do chores together. And it's held back. I told her it's held back my writing. No, I would never say that. I'm sorry. But one thing that she likes to do is she likes to do the laundry, and I sort of back away because I'm always a little. So one thing that I suppose would make me say, "Bleach, please," is that there's the internal guilt from not taking a task away from my mother and delivering it.
Do you ever say bleach, please? Though,
She would
Joy?
hate that.
Okay.
That she doesn't like coarse language.
But is you're saying bleach and not bitch?
Oh, I would never say that either. Oh no. Well, I would never say, but I don't even know if she would appreciate it, because then she would go, "Oh, what does that mean, bleach, please?" And I'd be like, "Oh, well, it means kind of like B-I-T." Steven!
Oh gosh.
That's how she would react.
So what about like life's a beach? Like life's a beach. Like you would
Life's
say-
a bleach.
Yes. What, she wouldn't care for that either?
No. My father might give it a chuckle. I mean, he told me about, we would always watch movies together, and he told me about, he used to go to the movies as a kid. He even met Fred Astaire, actually, at a movie theater. He did meet Fred Astaire. And it was a weird situation because Fred Astaire didn't have money to tip the bartender. He would always, allegedly, he would always. So my father gave him a couple of bucks to, he wasn't that much sick. He's a young man. So he gave him a little bit of money. And a couple of days later, he sees Fred Astaire out gallivanting. And he says, hey, Fred, I let you borrow some money yesterday. Where's my money? And Fred's giving him this whole song and dance about it. That's right, 3 minutes are up. Woo! Laugh with me.
I just got it. I just got it.
He does the,
That is-
whatever, the
that's very
pirate,
funny.
whatever movies he's in.
I don't get
Vincent Minnelli.
song and dance.
He's giving me
nice
this
to all
whole
share a
song and
laugh.
dance about it. That one I might say, bleach, please. I had a good one that I really loved. We were watching the NBA game. And
Joe, I want
Yes.
you to come forth and admit your guilt. Will you do that?
No.
Then I challenge you to prison war.
Oh,
Prison
no!
war? What is prison war?
Yeah.
Guards, will you explain what prison war is?
What?
Prison war is an old-fashioned fight that takes place in prison. It was established here in 1877, I think, maybe 78, depending upon which guard you speak to. It is sacred. It is true. It is now.
What does it entail? You just said the history of it.
A war?
That's all you did.
Prison war is when we find the innocent and the guilty.
All right. That's
via
me
the
and you.
oldest way to settle an issue by fighting.
You want to fight me?
I want to fight you in prison.
Usually what happens is if there's a guilty party fights an innocent party, and if the innocent party loses, they take the sentence of the guilty party.
Makes sense. It's fair.
It seems like
I'd say
we
it's
are
neither of those things.
I'd say we are at a crossroads here.
Did
and
you
At the
pay off these
crossroads-
guards?
These guards know to respect when a prison war has been challenged. So they will not be letting you leave.
Is that true?
This ain't court, buddy. This is prison.
He's right.
I'm glad he called me buddy, though. That
This
made me
is-
feel- it made me feel a little welcomed.
This isn't
Talking to
prison.
Mr. Jokes with the buddy.
Yeah.
This
Is
is
Mr. Jokes part of the fight? Is
No,
he fighting too?
no, I am not.
All right.
Anti-war.
Because I would never raise a
I'm
hand to you.
anti-war. I'm more of a prison lover. Oh, wait. No, I'm not. All right. Walk that one back.
this isn't
Goodbye.
any old prison. This is Rikers Island. Do you think
Yeah.
I would spend this time here in Rikers Island making light of it? No, this is a terrible place where a lot of shitty things are swept under the rug. So this is one of those things. It's prison war, and I challenge you to it. So let's go to the Battle Dome.
You know what, Brett? Yeah, I'm
Oh.
so sick of this. I come in here, I come all the way out to a prison, and you are nothing but horrible to me. And when I try to appeal to your good nature, I have done everything that I've gone against my good judgment and tried to remain friends with you, even though every single thing I try to do, you undercut with some snide remark or a violent act, or so. You know what? Yeah, I'm at my boiling point. I'm gonna fight you in a prison war.
All right.
A sentence I never thought I'd say. But let's just do this.
Emphasis
I'm pretty,
on the sentence.
You know what? I'm pretty confident that I can kick your ass. All right?
Oh yeah.
You.
We will see.
No.
Machi.
You talk a huge game. Oh, I love wrestling. It's a huge part of my comedy. You know what? Let's put your money where your mouth is. Okay?
I'll put my fist where your mouth is.
Okay. We're
set
talking
yourself up
about
for that
your
one.
mouth, though. All right? Because I've never been in a fight. I'll be honest. But if I'm gonna have my maiden voyage, I'm glad I'm gonna be taking you to task. All right, let's do this.
Let's go in the cut where the cameras are off. Guards, escort us. Hold for edit.
Okay,
Yeah.
as you all know, I am Brett Davis. You may remember me from the alternative comedy show that I hosted. You may also remember I did some funky dancing and lost all of your respect. I was the one that did your laundry, I cleaned your clothes, and now I have declared prison war on this outsider from the outside who walked the turf, not paying for his crimes that I am innocent for being accused of. Joe, introduce yourself.
Hey everybody, I'm Joe Rumrill. You may know me from alternative comedy. Much like Brett, you probably know me from alternative comedy. Only when I say comedy, it's not in quotation marks. I am an actual stand-up comedian who writes jokes. And I didn't commit any crimes. I don't know why I'm here. Again, kind of, I'd say now 60% in the dark as to why I'm here. But if Brett wants to run his mouth off and throw down, then buddy, let's get it on.
Just gentlemen, who's ready for Battle Dome? We already did the introductions, but we have some rules, okay? There is hitting below the belt, because it's Battle Dome. And
What am I gonna hit?
foreign objects are allowed, because it's Battle Dome. And the fight, it can't go outside, but it can stay in the Battle Dome. And the loser gets the winner's. Wait, the winner no longer has to be in jail if it's Brett. But if Joe wins, then what does Joe get?
He has to
what do
serve
I
my
get?
sentence.
Oh no, Joe wins.
What if
Joe
I-
loses. Battle Dome. If Joe, hold on a second. I gotta talk.
Guys, what happens if Joe wins?
Yeah, because I'm gonna mop the floor with you, dude. It's like people don't expect it from me because I'm like a nice guy, but I'm.
Hold on a second. You guys just talk about this real quick.
Yeah.
There's
what
exits
happens
to
if
the
I?
left and to the right. In the event of a fire, the sprinklers will be activated.
can have Tidy.
We ask that you quietly
He can be happy
and
together.
quickly,
if
but
she wants to
not
be.
I already
creating
have
a
tidied
hazard,
up.
move
don't
to
have
the
her
left
tidied.
or
Pretty
to
much
the right
do.
exits.
You don't have her because you're locked up here, and will be locked up forever.
Cannot eat food in the Battle Dome.
I
Foreign
actually.
objects may strike you in the Battle Dome.
What happens?
It is your
so
responsibility.
My life just
to
goes
make
back to
sure
normal.
That you do
Pretty
your
much,
best to
yeah.
avoid
Okay.
thrown
I guess so.
or otherwise
Does that work for you?
mishandled objects.
I guess. Yeah.
Okay, let me.
Where is
I got a pretty sweet,
Battle Dome!
sweet
Let me
setup.
go
I
back.
got a pretty sweet
Guys,
life
did you
outside
make
of
any-
this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you
no.
could-
we-
yeah.
What
we
happens if
hashed it
Joe
out.
wins?
I guess my life just goes back to normal.
Yeah.
Okay.
If Joe wins, his life goes back to normal. Okay, So this is one fall. Are you ready, Brett Davis?
Ready!
He's ready. Joe Rumrill, are you ready?
I'm ready.
He's ready. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Battle the Dome!
Get on my side. Get on my side. Get on my side. Oh, I'm gonna have to throw the first punch? I'm gonna have to throw the first punch. Okay, don't funky dance, alright? Come on, stop funky dancing. Alright? I'm gonna go.
Yeah, come.
Come on. Your fly's open. Your fly's actually open. Scuff your shoes. And tweak your nose.
Ow, my nose.
Ow! Man, come on! The below the belt thing was a joke. You didn't have to actually Ow! Okay, alright. Eat this dirt. Eat this dirt. Eat this dirt. Eat it.
Why'd I do it?
Yeah! Alright, my pants are coming off.
What?
Just so I can move better. I wear skinny jeans. I can't really move around very well with them on. So pants are coming off.
Oh, yeah? So are your teeth.
Whoa! Ow! Oh, shit.
No.
Nope.
Ow,
Poked it.
ow.
Poked it.
Ow!
I'm gonna poke. It feels weird. I know I talked it up, but I do feel weird being violent right now. But this is, I could get used to this. It's like, ow! Drop the shit. Damn it.
This is something I learned in the shower.
Ow!
Yeah. Thumb in the bum. Thumb in the bum.
Oh my god. Steve, are you gonna jump in and help me? You've just been sort of standing there.
I'm staying away from the thumbs. That's all I know.
Okay.
You give up?
No.
Thumb in the bum again.
No! All right.
Give up.
Brett.
Give up.
No.
Give up.
Brett, I'm gonna choke you. I'm gonna choke you.
My thumb was
All right.
in your butt.
I know, but I'm choking you right now, and I feel like that's worse. All right. I don't breathe out of my butt. All right. Do you want me to stop? Do you want me to stop?
This is retarding!
Give up. Give up. Do you want me to kick your wound or do you want to give up?
I will never give up.
And I'm kicking the wound.
Kick my wound.
Here we go.
Kick my wound.
Reeling it up.
Kick my wound.
Pele style.
Give up! God, that hurt! Give up! No! Give up! No! Give up! No! Give up!
All right, I'll give up.
He gave up. The winner, Brett Davis.
How do you feel?
I feel real bad for kicking your invisible intestines.
I know. Yeah, it's not half as bad as I feel. Because I got my intestines kicked. But you know what? I meant what I said when I said that you're my friend.
Thanks, you're my friend too.
Yeah. So, am I still...
Yeah, you're
Going to
gonna
prison?
go to prison, yeah.
Rumrill, up straight!
I'm already regretting saying that I would go to prison for your life for you. Can I just say?
Thanks, everybody. Goodbye, Rikers Island. Goodbye, guards.
See ya.
Steve, I guess the special's back on.
Oh yeah.
Steve, I guess I'll see you Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just need to know where Tidy is.
I'm not going to tell you that.
No, you need to tell me because I'm leaving now.
She's in the fucking garbage, dude. All right? It's a bottle of detergent. That's where it belongs. I thought I was doing you a favor. All right? I threw her out. I didn't date her. There was nothing going on between me, a human being, and a bottle of detergent, okay? She's in the garbage. Probably in a dump in Staten Island.
So anywhere in Staten Island, I'm trying to leave.
There we go. She's gone, man. And guess what? So are you.
Come on, Davis. It's time for you to go home.
There is no home anymore.
Forever Dog.
This has been a Forever Dog production. Executive produced by Brett Boehm, Joe Cilio, and Alex Ramsey. For more original podcasts, please visit foreverdogpodcasts.com and subscribe to our shows on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. Keep up with the latest Forever Dog news by following us on Twitter and Instagram @ForeverDogTeam and liking our